Okay, so the first question here is, in case product produced or jobs undertaken are of diverse nature, the system of costing that should be used is, which system of costing should you use when the product is like different, it's not the same every time? That is job, obviously, that we have already discussed. It can't be process. In process, the first characteristic is uniform, homogeneous products. So it can't be this. Operating is service costing. So it can't be this because they're telling about product produced. So it can't be service. None of this is not there. It is job costing. So when the each order is different. Now when you go to a tailor to ask the tailor to kind of stitch something, everybody's specifications will be different. Mine will be different from yours will be different from his, right? So their job costing works because for each order you have to prepare separate cost sheet. Okay, next. So answer is C. Next one. The production planning department prepares a list of materials and stores required for the completion of a specific job order. This list is known as, if you have studied material chapter properly, then you will be able to answer this question. So yes, bill of materials. There is a bill of material is a material specification list. Okay, so the engineering team or the production planning department of the organization prepares this list, which shows the standard quantities or raw materials which will be required to produce a given product. Others people will use whatever they want. If I need only 1 unit of A, then max to max deviation can be 1.5 units or 1.2 units. It can't be 10 units. So that specification list has to be there, which tells you this is a material. What material specific? Material specification list. DOM is a material specification list which shows the standard quantities of raw materials which have to be used in the process of manufacture. So it is not, it's a very clear cut answer. It cannot be bin card. It cannot be material requisition slip. It is not an argument. Next, job costing is similar to that under batch costing, except with the difference that job becomes a cost unit. So guys, job costing is used when I have customer specific orders. Like I gave you an example, tailor. Okay, the tailor is asked to stitch a blouse. So now he has to prepare cost sheet for stitching that blouse, or the cost he will add in relation to that blouse and give a cost sheet. What is batch? Batch is nothing but there is, yeah. So there are certain products which you cannot manufacture by 1 unit and show the cost as 1 unit. Simple example, medicine. Now when you go to the market and buy crocin tablet, that entire sheet of crocin tablet has 10 units. If I ask you what the cost per unit, not possible to determine. What you will do, you will consider the cost per batch. So much material is going, so much labor is being put. Then I'm getting some 1,000 tablets. Then those 1,000 tablets are put into those sheets. So I will figure out for that entire 1,000 tablets how much money did I spend, how much cost was incurred. Then from that I will calculate the cost per tablet. It is not possible to ascertain the cost per tablet by just looking at the data. Not possible. So for that we look at batch costing. So when we are talking about job, there the cost center is the job for which we are accumulating cost, and cost is expressed as a job. So the cost unit is also a job. But in batch costing, the cost center is a batch. What is cost center? For which I'm accumulating cost. So there I'm accumulating cost per batch, but the cost unit is per tablet or whatever, per unit basically. So here the difference between job costing and batch costing is that in job costing the entire thing is the cost unit. I'm expressing the cost of the job, that is the cost of stitching that blouse. The total cost is what is expressed. So it could be batch becomes a cost unit instead of a job, but for that this should have been different. It should have been batch costing is similar and then moved on to job costing. But here it is job costing and batch costing. So the answer you have to look at it from job costing point of view, not batch costing point of view. So the answer is A. It cannot be B, it cannot be C, and D are wrong. Okay, next. In job costing, which of the following documents are used to record the issue of direct material to a job? So when you are issuing materials to jobs, now material will be stored in stores. From stores, material will be issued. Like you are doing one job, I am the storekeeper. You ask me, I want this material. So I'll be like, okay, fine, I'll issue it to you. So I'm issuing it to you. So it doesn't happen like that. Everything is documented. You have to send me a request. Then I will send you something else to show that there is documentation of me issuing material to. So they're asking what is that documentation. So if you've done material chapter relevant, you'll know the answer for this. Material requisition note, MRN. MRN. So answer is, it's a clear cut answer. Everything else is wrong. Okay. Next, the most suitable cost system where the products differ in type of materials and work performed. Again, answer is job costing. In process costing, it's the same as the first question. Process costing, it is homogeneous again. It does not differ. Operating costing is service costing. It is not related to products at all. None of these is not the answer. Clear cut answer is job costing A. Next, which of the following statements is true? Job cost sheet may be used for estimating profits on jobs. This is true. That is why we are using. We need this to understand what is the cost of the job, what is the profit, what is the value that I need to get from my customer, sales value. So this is true. Job costing cannot be used in conjunction with marginal costing. Why? Of course it can be used. So this is definitely false. Till now this is true. Let's see if something else is there to confuse us. A production order is an order received from a customer for particular jobs. No, that's not a production order. It is a job order. So again, this is false. None of these. No, there is a true answer. So my answer is A. Guys, is it okay? Simple. Let every statement to evaluate. Okay, this is how to answer MCQs. Guys, next, seventh one. Which of the following statements is true? Again, job cost sheet may be prepared for facilitating routing and scheduling of the job. Is job cost sheet used for? Is it used for facilitating routing, scheduling the job? Like, is there a scheduling in your cost sheet? So this is definitely not true. This is false. Job cost sheet is used to show the cost incurred on the job, the profit calculated on it, and the sales value for that particular job, the quote that I'm going to get from my customer. So it is not for these things. So this is wrong. We have to find which is true. Job costing can be suitably used for concerns producing uniformly any special product. No. Job costing is specifically used when products are diverse. When customer requirements are put in place, every customer has a different requirement, customizing the product for you. That's when I use job cost. So this uniformly producing any product, job costing cannot be. You either use batch costing, or if the nature of the product is such that it requires transfer from one process to another, then we use process costing. So this is definitely not correct. So false.